Hey there, everybody. Professor Cloud here with our next episode in Professor Builds a Planet Zoo. We are using the Summer House Scenario Zoo to start with, and we have done a lot of work. The zoo itself has forced us to make a number of updates and changes, employee additions, and things like that. But the zoo is growing. The zoo is growing phenomenally well. We've got a number of new habitats, including dingoes and okapi. We've got African buffalo, but in the last episode, we actually set up our first multi-species habitat that wasn't set up for us because the zoo did come with a very large central habitat with a couple of different species of lemur. But we actually set up a habitat with 3 different species in it. And unfortunately, I don't have the list in front of me of what they were, but at the end of the episode, those species were working together, or they were cohabitating together. In this episode, though, there's an area of the park, there's another habitat that went in disrepair because I didn't have anybody monitoring it, any mechanics or things like that, any keepers associated with it, because it was an empty habitat. So I want to rebuild that habitat, but I also want to make sure that I build up a new staff area, specifically with a staff room on that side of the park, because right now there's only one section for the staff areas, and it's on the complete opposite side of the park from that. And then we can make that particular habitat available as well. But we're going to need to do some adjusting and figuring out how to get the paths working correctly. So I want to really focus on that in this episode. So let's go ahead and jump back into the zoo and take a look. All right, so actually the game has put us exactly where I wanted it to be, which is on that particular habitat. And as you can see, the entire outer wall has been destroyed. I don't even know if I can... Okay, I can click on the habitat, but... Yeah, I'm going to have to edit the barrier. Now, here's what I was talking about. Uh-oh, animal died. Yeah, so the dingoes are starting to die because we're running out of, or because they're just getting old. All right, let's go ahead and take care of that first. And then let's purchase a couple of new dingoes. For some reason, it's not letting me. Oh, I know why. Here we go. Oh, and what are the current... female. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, so let's purchase you. And we will purchase you. Okay. Cool. Oh, one other quick thing. With the new habitat, I want to make sure that I have education. Because the weird thing is no one's coming up here. So we've got the African buffalo here. And then we've got emu here. We also put them in the last episode as well. But then we've got this habitat down here. And this is the one that has, as you can see, all the people. And it's because there's... We have capybara. We have giant anteaters. And collared peccary, which are a boar type. So the one thing I have not done is put education down. So let's do that real quick. It's got no power. Why does it have no power? Because there's no power up here. These are the two. Yeah, I need to put power in here. We may need to do that first. Yeah, let's do that first. Trying to figure out where the best place is to put the power and still make it. The problem that I keep having over and over again is making something that's accessible for the mechanics to get to. Alright, they're saying that there's low welfare on the lemurs. Let me take a look at that. Yeah, you... hungry. Call keeper. Okay. Expected offspring. I did have to get rid of a few lemur in the last episode because we had hit population capacity. Alright, let's go back over to here. Let me put another... Okay, let's do... copy bar there. And then maybe let's do... giant anteater there. Not sure. No, I don't particularly like that location. All right. You know what? Never mind. We'll just leave it. It's fine. Alright, let's see. What I'd like to do is put the power right here. But, well, or even better, right here. But the problem would be is how do the mechanics get to it? That's always my issue. Many tickets think tickets are underpriced. Man. Yeah, where our profits are not doing well, so I'm obviously not handling the finances very well, which is again why I turned off the money part of the game for this first zoo, because I don't understand how the finances work. Yeah, so I've got power and water cleansing here. That's too far away for over here. I'm gonna have to remove some things. I wonder if I could put it right in here. Okay, I'm gonna demolish you. you I'm going to move to there for now. Move you for now. Okay, and then power. Okay, that will cover that area, except for it's too big. I need to have more space. Okay, that's fine. Okay, you all get rid of... Alright, let's try that again. Exit. Okay, now let's move you back to there. Move you back. Alright, the customers aren't going to like it being there, but... I'm not really sure what else I can do. Alright, so you're going to have to go. You're going to have to go. Alright, let me copy you. Okay. That gives it a little bit of protection. Alright, now then. Back over here. And this we will make the collared peccary. Excellent. Multiple animals are stressed. Of course they're stressed. Social. Animals distressed and trying to hide. Alright, I never did put a place for them to hide. Well, but they do have a place to hide. They can be up here. Alright, so let's put some place for them to hide down here, I suppose. Shelters. Animal burrow, animal burrow. I think that might be the best thing to do. Yeah, I'm gonna put a bunch of animal burrows around. I don't know that that's going to fix it for lemur. Whoa, boy. Inside of a building. That's a little weird. I don't know that that's going to fix it for a lemur, but we can give it a try. The ones I am worried about are the low welfare ones. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to work for them or not, but we'll give it a try. The other thing is I remembered I need to put donation boxes down. The only thing is I don't remember where they are. There they are. Okay, so we got to put. I want to make sure to put them around the new habitats. I know there's one there. There's one there. Put one there. And then down here, put one there. Okay, that should do it. Okay. Oh yeah, we solved 2 more problems, by the way. We got the Gulpy Energy 4 and Cosmic Cow Milkshakes 4 are both now open. I don't know that we have any... Do we have any staff for them? I don't... vendors. Well, and do we have any work zones with them in there? It would be... I didn't name these very well. I gotta be honest. Alright, so they're not in there. There they are. Okay, so they are... Okay, so I need to put the vendors in there. Okay. Also, apparently we need ATMs. I'd forgotten that from the end of the last episode. Alright, so let's get ourselves another vendor person. Okay. That's good, and then we will get ATMs. There's ATMs. We'll make sure to put them up here. Put one there. Let's put one there. There. And then, let's see, I don't want to put one in the lemur habitat. I think that's good enough for now. Okay, so that is the small stuff to worry about. You know, with respect to the lemurs, I could put, and thanks to whomever it was, and I apologize, I don't remember your name, who commented on this on one of the previous videos, I could put a one-way glass barrier along these paths, especially this one. And that would probably make the lemur feel a lot better. And it would primarily be right here, because this is where they all collect to feed. Oh, the anteater has had offspring. Okay. Well, that's something to think about for the future, maybe. Let me take a look at my zoo from the animals' perspective. Buffalo aren't doing well, and why is that? Base. Crowding issues. Okay. So they've got 2 calves that are, well, they're not calves anymore. Alright, let's get rid of one of the females then. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do that barrier now. I'm not gonna wait. Barrier, glass, one-way glass, and we're gonna put it. I think that's a start. Therefore, I think the whole entire thing is one way the wrong way. Where's the one-way configuration? One-way glass. There it is. That's the right one. Not perfect, because I can't get out to this side, out to the top here, but maybe that's a start. We'll have to see. And then I'll have to take a look and see if there are other spots where I can potentially put that in place. Okay, let's go back over to here. So, okay, we now have people up here, so that's good. That means that they're going to the vendors. Marketing, happiness, energy, hunger. Yeah, so we've got the 2 vendors up and running now. We should probably see if we can't put another one up here, but I don't know how. Because they've kind of filled all of this with buildings that I can't use. Which means I would need to... Let me take a quick look at the overview real quick. This is better. Yeah, I've been in the negative since the very beginning. That's not good. That's not good at all. Alright, you know what? Let's hold off on that. Too many guests think tickets are underpriced. Hey guys, yeah, I got no problem raising prices. Alright, let's take a look at what we got over here. So, we've got this huge habitat, which I think is perfect for, like, a cougar, a lion, something along those lines. And actually, I'm going to pause here, because I want to try and really map this out. And then we've got this staff path. So what I'd like to do is take the staff path and bring it back around. So to me, like, this is all Oh, it's part of the bigger barrier. That's why. Okay. Well, then why can't we put a guest gate? But it wouldn't be a guest gate. That's the problem. And if I put a wooden habitat gate, I cannot add multiple habitat gates. Which, by the way, I don't understand why that's a limitation. Um, crap. I guess what I'm going to have to do is move this habitat gate to someplace else. But that still doesn't help me get this to be... Like, I want to put staff buildings over here. And I don't know how I'm going to... I mean, I can certainly go off of this staff path, but I can't get the staff here. Wooden track airlock. That's for rides. Yeah, I don't know what to do here. I mean, I can make this habitat functional. I absolutely can do that without breaking a sweat. But I can't figure out how to take advantage of this area up here for more staff area. And I absolutely need to have another staff area. All right, let's go back up here and see if there's... Or even better, hold on a minute. Let me go over to here. Is there some place here that I could put... Yeah, there's gotta be. Facilities. Food, drink, merchandise. Woo, didn't mean to do that. Okay, what? Oh. Yeah, the problem is they all have... They're either... Well, we can put vending machines up. And that's not exactly pretty, but... Yeah, like right here along this rail. I'm gonna do exactly that. Alright, vending machine, chief beef. Cosmic Cow ice cream. Hot dog. Mexalente. Drinks. Cosmic Cow milk. Gulpy. Hip shot. Okay, no one needs coffee. Again, not the most ideal thing, but it gets food up here where right now I don't feel like I have the ability, because I don't feel like I have any blueprints for... the Planet Zoo drink shop's not bad, but it doesn't fit the theme. Yeah, I don't have any themed blueprints for any of these. What about merchandise? Oh, but I do for merchandise. All right, let's see if we can put a small one down for the merchandise at least. Arctic, African, East Asian. Let's go with the East Asian one. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Just go with a small one. Oh man, something's not right about it. Well, there's the front. And then I'm going to need a new vendor person for up here. And that new vendor person will need to go in top zone with staff. But I'm going to have to modify that work zone to include huh. Oops, missed one. It doesn't show as a new item. Huh. Why does it not show as a new item? Because I'm in pause? Enter group edit mode. It's just a shell. That's why. It's just a shell. Crap. Yeah, it's just... Oh, so I would still need to put the building... Okay, let's do this then. Let's put in just a memento. And then we can put the shell on top of it, maybe? Obstructed. Why is it obstructed? Yeah, it won't put it inside. Okay. Not sure how I'm going to do this then. Well, I wonder if... Let's see if they'll allow me to do this then. If I just put the counter down and then I can put the shell down on top of that. No, because it said... Matter of fact, it says that I'm obstructed no matter where I go. Which doesn't make any sense. Alright, well, I guess we'll just have to go without them. I'm going to take a couple of these vending machines and move them. Put one right there. And do the same thing with one of the drinks. Okay. Okay. Cool. And there's an ATM over here, so that should help them pay for it if they need. Okay, let's go back over to my habitat problem. Well, I could modify the habitat so that it goes all the way around to here. Okay, let me... Okay, I'm deleting you. Let me get rid of all of this. Okay. Alright, so that's all the crap barriers. Alright, and then path. Let me get rid of you. Okay. Alright, so what if I made you a guest gate? There we go. Okay. And then what I'll do... Alright, let me remove you. Remove you. And you. And then let's start the barrier here. And we're doing wood logs. I missed a piece of bad barrier, but that's okay. Okay. We've got ourselves a new barrier. I need to put in a gate to make it a habitat, but that's okay. We'll worry about that in a second. What's more important to me at the moment, though... Okay. I'm trying not to block. Any potential paths. Okay. So what I'm thinking here is if I can get a path to go along here. Let me just move this stuff out of the way for a minute. Wonder if there's a multi-select. There is. Hey, we learn something new every day. And you. Let me just move you out of the way. Okay. Now let's figure out pathing here. Okay, let's just leave that like that. Oh, that will not stop. And then let's bring back up the barriers. Let's put in a wooden gate. Okay. Good. Now let's go back to... I don't know what's going to go in this habitat yet, but okay, we're in good shape now. Now let's go back to paths and staff paths. Terrain too uneven for placement. Intersecting terrain. I don't... Oh, because of the... Okay. I don't want to flatten... Terrain too uneven for placement. Well, that's why I... Oh, there we go. Well, the other problem is it's only supposed to be feet. No, this isn't working. Not what I want. Now I want to flatten. Curved slopes. Okay, there we go. Okay. Hey. Now we're cooking with gas here. Staff facilities. Let's put a keeper hut. Let's go Indonesian, keeper hut small. Yeah, this will be fine. And don't worry, I know I've got to modify work zones and all that kind of stuff. Matter of fact, I think what I'm going to do is just get everything laid out, and then we'll continue this in the next episode. But I really want... This is the main thing I wanted to do in this episode. All right, staff room is most important. As a matter of fact, I want to put in a decently sized one. I don't know that it needed to be this big, but... Okay. Research center, trade center, workshop, quarantine. Let's put both quarantine and vet surgery over here also, and we'll put them over on this side. Quarantine small. Wow, that's quarantine small. Holy crap. Okay. Let's extend the path off a little bit here. And we will add in vet surgery. There we go. Alright, so completely new set of buildings. If I... Really, I should probably put them all the way back here. But... Because it's probably going to affect what the visitors think. But at this point, you know, one thing at a time. Work zones. Okay, I think it's the bottom habitat. Plus, I forgot to put the ATMs in, as well as the extra power. Alright, and then Habitat 19. Okay, we can remove this staff room now. Alright, that's not ideal. But let's go with that. Now, everyone who works in this zone has got a staff room. So that's excellent. That'll make people happier. And then... the next thing is to fill this habitat. And then we can move on to the rest of this area that I haven't done anything with yet, because I wanted to place another couple of exhibits along this path. And then eventually I want to have a habitat up here also. The problem is people aren't coming up here for some reason, and I don't know why. One other thing I do want to do is marketing real quick. Guests have learned the most about the capybara. Guest education rating is good. A little over 2 stars. It was only at 1 star when we started the episode. So the Cosmic Cow milkshakes are doing well. Vending machines aren't doing well. That might be something we need to look at in the next episode, is how to get additional uh, actual guest stands or guest facilities in place. Memorials? You can put in a memorial? Create memorial. Memorial plaque screen. Really? Holy crap. Let's do... Let's do Piper, because Piper died at the oldest age. Okay, it doesn't do anything. Oh, yeah, it does. There it is. Um... We'll put it right here. Cool. It's not in English, but that's cool. That's so cool. That is so cool. All right. You know what? This is a perfect stopping point for this episode. I got a lot done, and I got done what I primarily wanted to get done, which was the new staff area and the repair of this habitat. In the next episode, then, what we'll do is we'll turn back on play, and we'll figure out what we're going to put into this habitat. And we'll see how things go now that we've got the new staff area. It should certainly make our employees happier. And right now, we're running at a little over 3 stars of total reputation, so that's good. The conservation rating is extremely high. The guest happiness rating is at 4 stars. I'm not really sure what I could do to make that better, but thirst, education, average guest education, I mean, these are all things that I can now take a look at and start to work towards. But in any case, look, financially, my zoo sucks. Financially, my zoo sucks. But otherwise, we're not doing too bad. Let's turn on some marketing. Print poster campaign and newspaper adverts. We'll turn on both of those. And with that, I'm going to wrap up the episode here. As always, I hope that you've been enjoying the content. And if you have been, please make sure to hit the like button. Please make sure to hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you in the next episode of Professor Builds his first zoo using the Summer House Scenario Zoo. Talk to you soon.